Hello students, good morning all. I welcomes you all to the online teaching learning platform organized by our education department of MCGM. And our today's topic is settled life and urban civilization. This is Ganesh Kedare from MPS Dharavi Kalakilla School, GN Ward. Let us start our today's class with a good thought. The thought is the butterfly counts not months but moments and has time enough. And thought is given by Rabindranath Tagore. Okay, what it means? It means that the butterfly has a very less time to spend, but she spent on hard working and enjoying. So we have also used our every single minute of our life to make it happy, and we have to use our single minute of our life happy, and we have to live it happily. We have to learn from the butterflies. Every single of our life is important. Okay, so make it happy and live it. Now let us come to the content. I am going to ask you few questions. Okay, students, all of you are ready? Say yes or no. Okay, students, can you identify these animals? Hello. Can you hear me, students?
Yes,
Can you identify these animals? Can you name the animals?
yes.
Now, tell me the names of the animals shown in the picture.
Lion, elephant, camel, rhinoceros, tiger, leopard, yak, giraffe, zebra, horse, reindeer, hippopotamus, kangaroo, bear, ox, buffalo, cow, deer.
Okay. Now, can you identify these animals?
Yes,
What we call these animals?
wild animal.
Okay, we call these animals wild animals. Why we call them wild animal?
Because they live in jungle.
Very good, nice answer. Because they lives in jungle or forest. Now students, tell me which animal means which wild animal is your favorite animal?
Lion and elephant.
Very good. You like lion, elephant. Very good. Now come to this slide. What do you observe in which animals?
Domestic animal.
Okay. Can you read these animals?
Yes. Cow, buffalo, sheep, goat, camel, yak, dog, cat, horse, donkey, pig, rabbit.
Goat, camel, and all these are the domestic animals. Can you tell me why we call this animal as a domestic animal? Domestic. Why don't we call wild animals?
Because they can live in near our house.
Okay, they live with us, and we use that animals for our personal use. Okay, now tell me which animal do we use in farming or agriculture?
Cow, buffalo.
Very good. Cow, buffalo, and rather than the cow and buffalo, any other? Don't look picture. You can give answer by your own also. You can tell me the animal that we use for farming. Cow.
sheep,
Yes. Which one?
sheep,
Sheep. Then we are using ox also, na?
yes,
Yes. Very good. Now look at this picture. Can you
sorry, your voice is breaking.
okay? Can you identify this picture?
Yes,
Okay. Tell me about this picture. What is it about?
there are it's two oxes farming.
Yeah, talks is they are farming. Okay. What the farmer is doing?
The farmer is
Yes. What doing?
the farmer had get two cows and get a
Okay. The farmer is plowing. Okay.
said in Marathi लाकूड.
Yes, yes. The farmer is plowing. He is cultivating the land. The land means was loosening the land for sowing the crops. Okay.
Okay.
Now come to the next slide. Tell me what do you understood about this picture?
This is Asian times.
Okay. Is it city or what?
There are horse and a dog and there are farming.
Okay. There are so many domestic animals, and birds and houses. Okay. All they are living together. Where they are living together? What they form?
Sir, voice is breaking.
Okay. What they form? They are living together. Okay. They were living together. They form the houses near to each other. And they form what? What they form? They form the they form they form the village settlement. This is the picture of the village. Understood? When
Yes.
when they started farming, they produced more food and there were no need to go for searching of the food. So they settled in one place and formed the village. Understood? This is the beginning of the village settlement. We have already learned about this. Now, observe this picture. Can you identify the picture?
Yes.
Tell me. How many pictures are shown in this slide? How many pictures are there?
Hi.
Good. Five pictures are there. Can you name these pictures one by one? First, about
Shopkeeper.
yes, shopkeeper, and the next one.
Bought shoes.
Yes. It's about the occupation. Shopkeeper, carpenter, cobbler, tailor, and the potter. Okay. After the settlement, rather than the farming, had started the occupations, different occupation like making pots, making shoes, mending them, making tools from the wood. Like we call them the as a carpenter. Okay, and to the what? What do you observe in this picture?
City.
Okay, what? The city. What is the difference between both? What is the difference between the city and the village? Can you tell me the difference between the city and the village? Can you tell me any difference between village and city? Yes, you can. Give me the answer fast. City is more developed than the village. Understood? So many facilities are available in cities. Okay. Do you all like city or not?
Like
Do you like? Okay. We can also call city area as a urban area. Another name for the city is urban area. What we call urban. The another name for the city is urban. What?
urban.
Okay. City means urban and urban means city. Both are the same. Okay. So today we are going to study about the settled life and urban civilization. Our ninth chapter is settled life and urban civilization. Okay. Student, can you identify these things?
Gold.
Very good. Gold. Do you like gold? Do you like?
Yes.
Yes. We all like gold. Okay. Do your parents wear gold when there is any function or party at your home or any your relatives? Your parents also wear the gold, na?
Yes.
Okay. Because all of you we like the gold. Now, next one. Can you identify this picture? Can you identify these things?
Copper articles.
Upper articles. Can you name that articles shown in the picture? Try to give the names. The first one is a
Jug like.
yes, jug like is called as a pitcher. Okay. Now second one is a
Like a plate.
yes, it is a plate. Okay. And third one, it is a mirror. What is it? It is a mirror.
Mirror.
Okay. Did you notice such things available in your house too? Did you notice that? The articles made from the copper is available at your homes. I think everyone is having the copper articles at your homes. Having or not? Having or not?
Yes.
Yes. Everyone is having, mostly everyone is having the copper articles and the gold ornaments at our house. Do you know all these gold, copper, iron, silver are the metals? Okay. All these things are the metals. We call all that things is the metal. Do you know what is metal? Metal. Can you tell me what is metal? Metals are a solid substance that can shine and electricity can travel through it. Okay. What is metal? Metal is a solid substance that can shine and electricity can travel through it. You can observe that gold is also shining. Gold shine or not?
Yes.
Ah, very good. It shines. Okay. Before to know the use of metals, let us learn about the three age systems. Now, you all understood about the metals. What is metal? Metal means the solid substance that can shine and electricity can travel through. Okay. And the gold and copper all are the metals. Now, before knowing the use of the metals, let us learn about the three age system. what is a three-age system? Okay, a scholar named Christian Thompson introduced a method of classifying objects. It is called the three-age system. Who introduced the method of classifying the object? A scholar named Christian Thompson. What it named? It named Christian Thompson. Okay, it is called the three-age system. Which are they? First one is a stone tools and stone age. Second age system is copper tools and copper articles, copper age. We can call that copper age. And the iron tools and other iron articles, and we call that iron age. Okay, these are the three systems, and it was introduced by our scholar named Christian Thompson, who introduced this method of classifying object. Classifying means what? Dividing the objects. We have already learnt about the stone age and stone tools. Learned or not? In the previous lesson, we learned about the stone age and stone tools. Okay, these that stone age also the one of the part of this three age system introduced by our scholar named as Christian Thompson. Okay, and he divide the objects into the three age. Understood? Now, according to the three-age system method, periods were divided into three ages. They were named as Stone Age, Copper Age, and Iron Age. Okay. Can you read this?
Stone Age, Copper Age, Iron Age.
Okay. Stone Age, Copper Age, and Iron Age. Three periods as per the three-age system. Now, students, remember one thing. Three-gauge system gave rise to the belief that copper was the first metal to came into use. According to the three-age system, or the scholar introduced the three-age system, that copper is the first metal that come into the use. But it is not like that. Gold is the first metal. Always remember that gold is the first metal. Before the copper, they used the gold. But gold is actually very soft metal. Gold is the soft metal and it is not a hard metal. So could not be used for making tools and implements. Okay, gold is not a hard metal. Gold is a soft metal. It can easily bend. It can easily bend that metal. It is not possible to make tools and the implements for the our personal use, for the farming, or for our occupation. So human discovered another metal for these purposes. Why they discovered another metal? Because they discovered the first they discovered about the gold, but gold is a soft metal and it is not useful for the making tools. So they need to discover another metal, and for this purpose they discovered the copper. Understood? Why they discovered the copper? Because gold is not useful for them for making the tools and the implements. So, copper age, the period when copper came into use, known as copper age. When they started using copper metal, that age we call that the copper age. Understood? Can you read this definition? Copper age? Anyone? Read the last sentence, copper age. Who will read? Students, can you hear me? Hello? Okay. Copper age. The period when copper came into use is known as a copper age. Now, identify this picture. Can you tell me about this picture? Who will answer this question? Can you identify this picture?
Yes. Yes.
Just tell me. What is it about?
A woman potter with handmade pots.
It is a picture of a woman who makes the pot by her hands only. Okay. This picture belonging to the Stone Age, the beginning of the settled life. How we used to make the pots by hands only. Okay. But nowadays we are using wheels. Understood? Nowadays we are using wheels. Our next point is pots made on potter's wheel. In the copper age, in the copper age, potter started using wheel. Do you know about wheel?
बोलो
Do you know wheel? What is wheel? Where do we use wheel? We use wheels in a different things. Can you tell that things? Where we use wheels? Yes, vehicles like car, trucks, buses. We use. Yes, very good. But in the old Stone Age, the potter used,
motorcycle.
yes, motorcycle. Okay. Now in the Copper Age started using wheels. The Copper Age was okay. Now the Copper Age was the age of many new inventions and rapid changes. Okay, the Copper Age was the age of many new inventions and rapid changes. There are so many changes occurred in the Copper Ages. Okay, and wheel is one of them. Okay, the invention of a wheel was the most important. The invention of wheel was most important. Wheel was first used by potters. Who used the wheel first? The wheel was used by potters. Okay, potters use the wheels. Then after others are started using the wheels in a different way. But the first one is the potter who use the wheel. Understood? Understood or not, children? Now, how they used to make the pot? There are two ways they used to make the pot. The way of making pot. Okay, the first one is who will read this? Who will read this? The way of making pot. The first one. Who will read? Can you read this, beta? Yes, anyone?
Sir, can I read?
Yes, beta. Yes, you can.
The way of making pot. First, rotating plank or turntable. A potter in ancient Egypt working on a rotating plank or turntable.
Yes. The first method of making pot was a rotating plaque or turntable. A potter in ancient Egypt working on a rotating plank or turntable. Okay. To turn the pot while shaping it, a rotating plank was provided and the pot was shaped with the one hand while the other was used to turn the plank. Okay. Here also they use their hands to turn the back the back wood used pot. Understood? This one is the first method, rotating plaque or turntable. The table that can turn, we call that turntable. And the table that turn by our hands only. Now, the second one is a pivot. Okay, who will read this pivot? Who will read this pivot? Okay. A pivot. A pointed quartz pebble fixed at the
Sir,
bottom.
can I read?
Yes, beta. Yes, you can.
A pointed quartz pebble fixed the button of the potter's wheel. This pebble is known as a pivot. Wheel balanced on the pivoted revolves with great speed.
Okay. Very good, beta. Very nice reading. Now, in this picture, you can observe there is a potter making the pot, and in the bottom side there is a pivot, the stone, the quartz stone. Okay, that is called the pivot. Okay, and how they used that pivot? A pointed quartz pebble fixed at the bottom of the potter's wheel. It is fixed at the bottom of the wheel, and this pebble is known as the pivot. Understood? Wheel is balanced on this pivot and revolves with a great speeds. Revolves means what? What is meant by revolves? Making rounds by its own with a great speed. With a great speed means what? Very high speed, very fast. Understood? These are the two
Yes.
ways of making pot. First one is plank, and second one is pivot. Have you understood these methods?
Yes. Yes.
Very good. Now, children, can you tell me the names of the trade or occupations you knows? You know the different occupations and the trades. Can you give the names of the trades and occupations? Name? Can you give?
What is trade?
Trade means a, we call that a business also, or buying or selling. Understand? Buying or selling, and we call that trade. Okay. Do you know about the buying and selling? Where we do that things in occupations? We have already learned about the occupations, different work. Our parents, our neighbors, all the humans are doing any work for earning the money, and we call that work is a their occupation. Can you name some occupations? Any occupations or work? Okay. Making the potters, tailors, shopkeepers.
Potters and craftsmen began to live close to each other in village settlement
Okay.
uh, and formed industrial area in village.
Just tell me about the names of the occupations. I asked the another questions. Okay.
Occupations.
Yes.
Occupations is craftsman and potter,
Yes. Potter, tailor, all these are the
soldier,
occupations. Okay.
engineer.
Yes. Very good. Now, can you tell me about means of transport?
Means of transport.
Yes.
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 Uh, truck.
Sir. Very good. Another one.
Uh, manuscripts.
Okay. Train.
Bus, train, car.
Very,
Post box.
okay. All these are the means of transport. Can you tell me which one is your favorite transport?
Sir, train. Sir, mine is aeroplane.
Yes. Aeroplane.
Sir, mine is helicopter.
Oh, very good. Very nice. Helicopter.
Miles train.
Very good. Okay. Can you tell me any use of transport?
Use of
We
transport.
use transport. Why we use bus?
we use the Air Force helicopter
Yes, but why we are using? For what purpose?
because going to one place to another place.
Good. To travel from one place to another, and rather than the traveling, we also use it for another purpose also. Can you tell me that purpose?
Mm, for construction
Okay. For
and
loads and luggage. Isn't it? We use
yes.
like trucks and all for carrying the luggage from one place to another. Now, let us see about the ancient time, how they used to travel and carry luggage and their means of transport. Okay, now our this point is trade and transport. Potters started making symmetrical and colorful pots with beautiful designs on them. And second one is the potters and craftsmen began to live close to each other in village settlements and form industrial area in village. Okay, what they form? They form the industrial area in the village. Industrial area means what? There, the area where they can easily do the trade and transport. The area where they can easily do the trade means buying and selling. Understood? Now these are the pictures of the symmetrical pots made by the potters and the some copper tools. Observe it carefully. These are the pictures of pots that is having a symmetrical and colorful designs also. Isn't it?
Yes.
So in the next picture. Now, as the scale of production is trade to expanded with it. Therefore, there was a need to change the old system of transport. Why they felt the need to change the system of transport? Because they started using more production. The production is increased, and due to the increase in the production, trade to expanded with it. Therefore, there was a need to change the old system of transport. Now, it was in this period that wheeled vehicles like carts and chariots were first brought into use. In the Copper Age, this is the first age where after the potters started the using wheels, and after that, the others also started using wheels in their carts and chariots. Carts, you can see in this picture, the picture of carts and the chariot. Okay, these both the pictures of the wheels. And the humans started using wheels for the transport, and they use carts and chariots for travel from one place to another place and carry the luggage from one place to another place. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, can you see the picture? What is shown in the picture?
Yes.
Can you can you tell me about this picture? What do you observe in this picture?
This is examples of ancient signs and symbols.
Good. This is the examples of signs and symbols. And where we found that symbols and signs on what do we call this object? What do we call these things?
Pot.
Yes, these are the pots of the Copper Age, the broken pots, and there were some signs and symbols. Let us learn about that signs and symbols. Before that, we will see what the rise of cities and okay. Long distance trade, rapid transport of goods, and center of large scale productions that brought together people engaged in different types of work. This gave rise to cities. Okay, what gave rise to cities? Long distance trade, rapid transport of goods, and goods means what? Goods mean the objects and the articles or the things, whatever they made. We call that the things. They trade that goods and transport that goods from one place to another place, the long distance. Okay, and the large scale of the productions that brought together people engaged in the different types of work, and these gave rise to the cities. This is what happened here. All the peoples are being settled in the one place where there is raw materials is easily make available. So everyone is came and settled down to the one place, and due to the expand of trade and the transport of goods, they settled down there and they rose the cities. Understood how the city rose? The trade, due to the expansion of the trade and the goods, and the last phase of the productions, peoples are came together and settled in a one place and started trading and producing their objects and the articles, and permanently settle down to that place, and that place is called the city, urban. Understood? Now,
Yes.
students, do you like mobile phones?
Yes.
Yes, we like mobile phones. Which company or brand of mobiles you like most? Can you tell me which mobile company do you like, or the brand of mobile you like most?
Jio, Oppo, Samsung.
Very good. Vivo, Oppo, Samsung, etc. These all are the brands. Okay, all these mobiles we name by their brands, names, and logos on it. Okay, every mobile is having the name of that brand like Vivo, Samsung. Having or not?
Yes.
Yes. In the same way, ancient traders started using signs and symbols on their articles for the purpose of record keeping. The same way that like mobiles having the symbols and the names on it to make it identify the phone. Same way, the ancient people also started using signs and symbols on their articles and the objects. For what purpose they were started using signs and symbols? They started using signs and symbols to make or keep the record. Understood?
Yes.
In the pictures beside, you can see the signs and symbols on the objects. Why it is
Yes.
why there is a need of signs and symbols? Because increase in the production, modification in a record keeping, and increasing in a record keeping loads to the script of their particular culture in the urban civilization. Okay, so there also started about the script. Science and symbol is nothing but the script of particular urban civilization. Understood?
Yes.
Good. Now, student, it is time to the evaluation. Now I am going to ask you few questions. You have to give me the answers of these questions. All of you are ready?
Yes.
Okay. Now who will read the first question?
Who introduced the 3H system of classifying objects?
Okay. Who introduced the 3A system of classifying objects? Who will answer this question?
Stone Age, Iron Age, and
I am asking about the person who introduced the 3A system of classifying objects.
Sir, the voice is breaking.
Okay. Who introduced the 3H system of classifying object? I am asking about the person who introduced the 3H system. I already taught you about that person. A scholar. What we call that scholar? What is the name of that scholar? Christian Thompson. Who introduced the 3A system? The name Christian
Sir,
introduced the 3A system of classifying objects. Now, second question. Who will read this question?
uh, sir, which age age was known as many new inventions and rapid changes.
Very good. Say loudly.
Which age was known as many new inventions and rapid changes.
Which age was known as many new inventions and rapid changes? Which age? Can you tell me about that age? Can you tell me about that age? I taught you already. The age that is the more inventions and rapid changes. What we call that age? Proper age. Yes. Age as a proper age. Now third question. Who will read this question?
Who gave rises
No,
to
the third question.
what do we call that works the pot?
What do we call? Question is, what do we call that pebble fixed at the bottom of the potter's wheels? What do we call that pebble? What do we call? What do you now we will talk two ways of making pots in the ancient times. The first one is which one is the first? But here I'm asking about the pebble fixed at the bottom of the potter wheels. What do we call that pebble? The pebble is known as pivot. The pebble is known as pivot. Understood? Now, question 4. What gave rise to cities? Don't read is the by mistake I have written it who, but instead of who, we have to use here what. Okay, what gave rise to cities? Increase trade and the expansion in the trade and the settlement of the peoples in a one place for buying and selling give rise to the cities. Understood? Now, fifth one, who started using wheels at first? This is a very simple question. I think everyone knows the answer. Who started using the wheels at first? Who started using wheels at first? Who will answer?
Potters.
Very good. Potters started using wheels at first. Very good, students. Now, it is the time of the homework now. Homework. The first question from the chart below, find out the names of the three periods into which ancient objects are classified and use them to match the three classes given below. Okay, what you have to do? You have to find the three age from this table and write the blank, filling the blanks given in the bottom side. Understood? And the second question is arrange the following in a chronological order. Here we have to arrange this in a chronological order. Means, what is in the chronological order? Means the order in which a series of events happen, or we can call that the list of the events in order. Understood? We have to arrange it by their age system. You have to know that. Now you understood the homework?
Yes.
Now you can take the screenshot of this homework. It is everyone can take the screenshot of this homework.
I take a screenshot.
Very good. Others to take the screenshot. Okay. Taken all of you?
Yes.
Good. Now, thank you.
And thank you for teaching me and all.
Okay.
Stay,
Well,
stay.
okay. Stay home. Stay safe. Bye bye.